Hello, my name is Fake Sweden, and today I want to show a replay against an Orc player I was against. Now, I've been writing a lot on the forums of Dawn of War 3, and there is a specific topic on the Eldar side of the forum that how you want to counter Orcs. And there's a lot of different theories of how you can do it, but here is my take on it, and I wanted to show you. Now, I have a very early aggressive build. I'm gonna slow it down a bit so I can explain why. I have the Striking Scorpions, which are an amazing early game as a damage dealer. As you can see, it has a high melee damage with 85 DPS, and it also has a big shield of 1600 and a decent amount of health of 1100. Then I have Orcs. He has amazing CC potential in the middle game, where the armies gets a bit bigger and micromanagement is getting a bit harder, so you can easily hit like half of their army. And then at the end I of course have the Wraith Lord, because of the doctrine to teleport around your webway gates. As you can see here, as an Eldar player you should of course capture the points as quickly as possible. You have the Bone Singer, which have an amazing teleport ability. So I teleport to the northern capture point, which is very safe because of the hills and the caverns around. And I build a region for requisition. And I do the same thing on the southern side with my second Bone Singer, to get a lot of early requisition, because I'm gonna need that in my way of playing. Now here, I actually make a mistake. I put on the Bone Singer to capture the point, and then I tell her to build the webway gate outside of the point zone. If I had been smart, or just have noticed my misclick, I would have been able to capture the point and build the webway gate at the same side. Now over here I make another mistake. I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes in this game, so you're warned already. I move my Bone Singer in to capture the point, and she doesn't have the warp ability yet. As you can see, it comes off basically the same moment she dies. So she gets hunted down by the Orcs, and then she dies. Now I try to come in and deal a bit of damage with my Dire Avengers here, but I quickly run away because of the walk ability. Now at this point, I have the webway gate. I have my 3 Dire Adventures, and I'm soon gonna get my second Bone Singer back. And this is the backbone of my early game. In about a minute and a half I have 3 squads, which is gonna get the movement speed buff from the webway gate, which I will teleport to the middle in just a moment, so it can cover like most of the field. And then I have the 2 Bone Singers to scout and to build, of course. Now here I see a few Orcs, and I try to poke and I try to keep my distance, because I can't really see because of the fog of war where they are and where they go. Now we're gonna take a little look on his side as well. With the fog of war, he's trying to keep a distance. And it goes back a bit of forth, A few grenades is gonna be thrown to keep the boys away from us, from my Dire Avengers. And not much is gonna happen here. It's a bit of poke back and forth. Now I'm gonna speed it up a bit again. Now the reason I go 3 Dire Avengers in early game is because I have the Avenger Shield, which increase the amount of shield the Dire Avengers get. And then I have the improved Plasma Grenades, which give me more damage on the Plasma Grenades and a reduced cooldown. Now I'm building the Warrior Portal as my second building while I'm establishing control around the map. I have the 2 points on the southern side, which is very important, because in the southern side you can run straight up to the point if you don't look carefully at the map and destroy or capture these regions I have. On the left side it's not as bad, because I will be able to see people go between my shield generator here, and then I can cut them off if they try to come back down. Now here, I see the walk tower, and it gets a bit of damage because of my shield happened over here. I actually don't know. Oh, he's stealth. That's why I ignored his workers. At this point, I had a choice. Either I chase the workers, and I might kill it, or I keep my soldiers around because of the incoming walk, and of course I'm gonna keep it around. Now my Dark Reapers is amazingly put up here. Oh, look at that shit. Boom. That was a that was a stick bomb, and it basically one-shotted my Dire Avengers. I was so focused on looking at where the worker went and where my Dark Reapers was positioned that I didn't see the stick bomb throwing at me, and that is a big mistake because I have the fleet of movement buff, so I can easily move away from that, but as well, we all make mistakes. I quickly built a new Dire Avenger because they're the backbone of my army, and now I have the Striking Scorpions, so I'm gonna be teleporting them in a moment. Here they are. Here, I teleport my Bone Singer into a stealthed area, so it gives the vision for my ranged units to be able to hit tower, and I get the tower. Now the Orc retaliates, and he actually makes a really good jump, and he catches my soldiers, but I managed to pull them all out, and then turn them around for a bigger pole. Now normally you would think that my Strike Scorpions are, well, screwed, but because of the amazing hunt ability, I can activate the smoke screen and get them out. Now not much happens, we have a bit of poke. I try to keep my Bone Singer alive here by putting up my ranged again and deal as much damage as possible, and I actually I do not manage to kill that squad. Damn it. But I do manage to save my Bone Singer for a while, and I do manage to deal some damage to that Dark Heart. Now, because of this Bone Singer here, I can see his ranged units, and I can see some of them move. But I don't see that ability coming in, so now I'm hurt, I don't have the shield, and here the rest of the Orc army comes. Luckily, or not so luckily, I thought he was actually going to survive. He died, I lost another squad. So I sent my Striking Scorpions and Banshees in to save my Dire Avengers, while I also get the Dark Reavers from the Warrior Portal so they don't get caught in the fight. Now here the Orc, he makes a mistake. He killed my lead, he killed a Banshee squad, and for some reason he keeps moving his boys back in, so I basically get 2 free kills on the squads. Now the Death Gun Looters are very good, and they deal a lot of damage, and at this moment, you see, I lose the Dire Avenger because of the splash damage. I can't defend myself, because if I move in to try and hit these guys, they will kill my soldiers very quickly. So instead, I spawn in some Banshees, and in a moment you will see that I teleport my Warrior Portal out of there, just to get it out of harm's way. Now a few things have happened so far. As you can see, I built 3 requisition generators, so I can buy all of these Dark Reavers and Banshees and then reinforce them because I make a lot of mistakes. But I haven't really done any of the power. And that's because a lot of the early game for me is about having the units, build a quick army, get in the fight, poke them. Now for some reason, and he actually wrote me in the old chat, that he just blew up his truck because he misclicked. That's very bad for the Orc. I don't think it's what really makes the comeback possible, but it's a big mistake to make. Be careful you don't do that. Now as you can see, I'm building up my army slowly again. I have 2 Dire Avengers, I have a Dark Reaver, and I have a Banshee squad. And in about 40 seconds I'm gonna get my Striking Scorpions back. At this point, I'm basically just trying to keep the Orcs at bay. Now, I can't see where the Orcs are, so I'm just hoping they don't really attack my points. But if they attack the middle point, I will be able to use this hill to protect the point so that he doesn't get the elite points. And if they attack over here, I also have a bone singer standing on top of the hill to give more vision, which we will see in a moment. Now over here I quickly decide that I will destroy his generator and just get out of dodge. Also because he's using another walk. So I'm a bit scared and I don't want to fight these orcs as long as they have the buff. So I retreat down to the lower ground, which can be bad and good, but in this case I just want to get away from the orcs. I pull my soldiers out, I poke a little bit, but I keep them at bay for now, because I have a plan. As you can see, I'm now building a soul shrine, and the soul shrine is the upgrades for the Eldars. Now at the upgrades you can get this amazing upgrade called Quick Strike, which make the Banshees extremely deadly and extremely good. I teleport my Webway gate out, who was here, and I teleport the warrior portal away because I don't want to spend this unnecessary requisition on a new portal when I can just repair it. Again, let's look at the fog wall. I don't see that the orc army is not on top of this hill anymore. It's actually moving up over here. But I don't know that. Another fact that I don't know, because I failed to scout ahead, is that his entire army is only ranged units. So it's actually really easy for me to lock them down. But I failed to scout it out. And I failed to scout out that this hill is now free. So I move to the side and I kind of wait for my moment. Again, as Eldar, you have the movement speed buff. It's really good. You should always poke, you should always harass. And I go to destroy his generators here, just to give him a quick little blow on the economy. Now for some reason I do teleport the webway gate, and I teleport it to the right side since most of the army is here. Now here's the important thing. I have the upgrade Quick Strike incoming. I have the Bone Singer to scout, and here, I'm gonna slow it down a bit, I see his entire army right here. And as he tries to take the point, he's getting pummeled by my Dark Reavers. Now most of his soldiers are down to half HP. And here's the point. I just gotten the Quick Strike. I know his army is low health, but I can still see that some of the units are here. So I use Hunt to stealth my units. I can see his army is here, and I move them in to attack. That little suicide bomber there, I should have noticed and killed it. But here's the fun part. I move my soldiers into position. I quick strike their entire army, and in less than a second, maybe two, they have lost all of their normal squad units. They quickly after lose their elite, and now they're gonna lose the second elite. At this point, he has no soldiers left. We can jump over to his side of the view. He did have knobs incoming, which are really good. But he just lost his entire army. At this point, I will be able to push his buildings. I still have the Bone Singer here, so I can see his buildings. And I can see both production buildings, which is really easily destroyed now. And I think that is why he decides to surrender. He's gonna do that in a few seconds. As you can see, the Quick Strike is a deadly tool if you can use it properly. With the striking scorpions, you can get into position and you can easily decimate an entire army. You just have to stall and get to it. Now this is it for today. This is how I like to play against orcs. So Dire Avengers, Dark Reapers to keep them at bay, while you use the Plasma Grenades to keep them at bay. Into Banshees, into Striking Scorpion, into Quick Strike, and then you just need that one opportunity. So you can kill their entire army in 2 Quick Strikes. My name has been Fake Sweden. and I hope you're gonna like this video, and I hope it will give you a few ideas on how you can play Eldar, and how you can play versus Orcs, and how not to make as many mistakes as I did. Thanks for this time. See you around.